We are rolling.
Good morning. Welcome back to the conversation. This is Pointing Out the Obvious. This is our news and politics webcast. I'm your host, Patrick Russell. Over there's my very opinionated producer, Veronica. Together we're here to quip and quiver through today's headlines, searching for the real, no matter how deep into the swamp we need to go. Veronica, let me start off by saying I'm extremely upset by this Arizona State Senator Tony Navarrete for throwing away his career over touching little boys' peepees. But tell me, how do you feel about this up-and-comer Latino representative when we need that kind of thinking and spirit the most in our government, even local government? How do you feel about what's going on over here?
Well, definitely it's something that you just don't do. I mean, if you want to date someone your age, especially if you want to be on the public eye.
That's the part we need to talk about the most.
You're going to be exposed to potential...
A public politician in the public eye in 2020? Are you kidding me?
Even if
what did he think he was going to get away with?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're talking about a person who didn't have his entire political life in front of him. He was in a district, mind you, and we keep track of that now a little bit more than we did in the past, and especially in the local side for Arizona, which has been traditionally red. He was in a district as a liberal-minded blue Democrat in a strong place where he could have launched to either even mayor, governor, state, U.S. Senate, our House of Representatives. He could have gone in any direction, and now, because of his lack of self-control and his stupidity in thinking that in when did it happen?
It happened 2 years ago.
2019, 2020, that in any way, with text messages being perpetual, with emails, there's no such thing as delete. Yeah. It's somewhere, people. And so the idea that you think that you can be such a conniving creep on the down low anymore, especially when you're living the life of a public official, is just asinine to me. Veronica, moving forward, we've talked about this before, from a younger person's perspective, will you be using social media much more in judging characters of politicians for future elections?
Yes, I think I have to. I mean, it's just part of who they are. And don't get me wrong, I mean, there's a lot more politicians that have a lot of hidden things.
Exactly. Trying to get more of their character by watching videos, by watching presentations that they themselves are now producing, because it's the only way to really get a judgment on what type of person you're dealing with, aside from just promos being put out by their political staff.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just crazy how he decided to make choices that obviously he can be facing up to 49 years in jail. And I mean, thinking about it is like, okay, wait a minute, 49 years. Yes, 49 years for something that he couldn't freaking control. And he couldn't date someone older, someone his age, when he knew, hey, I'm running for any governor, whatever.
It's just the common sense of it that really boggles my mind. How in any elaborate dream he could construct could he ever think to get away with this? Even 30 years from now, something like this will haunt him. People, time cops, are a very real thing.
Yeah.
And so always be mindful. You know, I think that's really the final note that we're trying to get at, and something that we've talked about in the past. Cameras are now being installed everywhere. The network that connects all these cameras is starting to be installed everywhere. And the AI software that's strong enough and fast enough to make sense of it all is also being put into place. And guys,
I'm sorry, another thing that I wanted to mention is how twisted people are, and we don't even know. And once again, judging someone by their looks sometimes is not enough. If you look at pictures of Tony Navarrete,
oh,
he looks
yeah, young, handsome, looks like he has the entire world ahead of him. No, I'm just looking at him.
Yeah.
You know, he was exactly the type of profile that Latino politician we're hoping that would lead us into the next generation. State senator at 30. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Congratulations. for nothing.
Yeah. I mean, he literally just threw away all
That's
the
what breaks my
education,
heart.
all the hard work that he actually put into it to get to that point.
Right.
And now it's like he's going to be stuck. He's not able at this moment to go to places near, obviously, children.
He's going to have to resign immediately. His legal bills will put him under an avalanche of debt for whatever his
he actually sold his
free
house.
life will look like.
He had to sold his house because with the income that he was earning, obviously, in such a first step on the politics.
Sure, of course, they don't make a lot of money.
Yeah, he was making about $40,000 a year.
My friend.
And then now he paid $50,000 to get out of jail.
Yep, for
and
the bond.
Yeah. So I mean, for what? For what? Just because he's twisted
Well,
from the head.
Final note, guys. Listen, you heard it here first. Moving forward, I absolutely believe that there's going to be more character profiles being built by AI-driven, camera-driven, video archive-driven software that's now going to let us know. There's going to be a barometer, a good guy, bad guy barometer, right? Because you always have to make metadata into discernible bite-sized chunks, right? So soon enough, when an election comes through and you want to know the character, Siri's going to let you know by a bad guy meter how high he ranks. Is he going to be, Mr. Rogers good, or he's going to be Mr. Donald J. Trump bad? That's what's coming, guys.
Never let yourself been recorded.
And I think the Navarrete needle, just unfortunately from what we're hearing, is closer to the Donald J. Trump orange meter. Guys, please, there is no right or wrong answer, but there is your opinion. Please be part of the show. Use the comment box below. Lend us your voices. Don't just subscribe, because we're going to be doing this every day. But please, be part of the show. It'll make it more fun. Veronica, except for that last part, great job. Guys, as always, remember, no matter what comes your way, no matter what obstacles or challenges you face, you just need to remember one thing. Give them hell. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.